3 races left in the season. They're really starting to get racked up. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up guys, it's Sam here. How are you guys doing? We're having a fantastic day today. We're going to be talking about the Raceinformer for Texas prediction. Texas this weekend is a fast 1.5-mile track. It's been interesting over the last few years. It's usually been pretty boring, but over the last few years, I think it's actually produced some pretty good racing. So I'm excited to see how that's going to happen this weekend. I think it's going to work out pretty well. Really not much news that came out of this weekend. I know that Keselowski got a little bit of a penalty. I think Truex got a little bit of a penalty. Just point penalty, or not any point penalties, just fines for their crew chiefs. But other than that, really not much happened. But let's get right into my predictions. I know it's going to be a short episode, but there's really not much to talk about this weekend. Let's get into my 3 predictions for the winners. Number 3, Martin Truex Jr. I think he has a great shot at locking up his spot to Homestead this weekend. He's not really won, like, besides Charlotte, he hasn't won any, like, the big 1.5-mile tracks. Like I said, there's, like, in my opinion, there's, like, two types of 1.5-mile tracks. There's, like, the Texas, Atlanta, Charlotte that are, like, bigger. And then there's, like, the Kansas, Las Vegas, and the Kentucky, kind of like smaller. But besides Homestead doesn't really count as like one of the 1.5 for me. I mean, it's a 1.5 in length, but it's like it's a totally different track, really. Besides Charlotte, he hasn't won any of like the bigger 1.5s with like the D shape or like the sharp turns in the front stretch. He hasn't won any of those. So besides Charlotte, thinking like he's probably not going to do it, but I think he has a great shot at least locking it up on points this week at Texas, but I think he has a great shot at getting the win. Kevin Harvick, I think he has a great shot. He won last year's race. He'll probably also lock it up on points, so we'll have 1 spot left. I think he'll also lock it up on points. If not a win, I think he has a really good shot at winning. He won last year. He finished second in the spring. I think he has a really good shot. Number 1, this might surprise you. You probably will not be expecting this, but Jimmie Johnson, I think he's going to win this week. Texas has been a really good track for him, definitely in the fall race. I think Jimmie Johnson has a really good shot. He is my prediction to win this week at Texas Motor Speed. Now, other predictions, I think Kyle Busch will also lock up his spot on points. So I think the Final 4 will be finalized this week. I think the Final 4 will be Joey Logano. Obviously, he's locked in. Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, and Martin Truex Jr. I think they'll all lock up their spot on points. I think that will. I'm pretty sure. I'm predicting that'll be the case. Now, obviously, if somebody else wins at Phoenix, then the lowest of them gets moved out, but I think their spots will be locked up, other than, if there's like another winner at Phoenix or Texas. All right, let's talk about the underdoggies. I think Eric Almirola has a really good shot at maybe pulling off like an upset win. I don't know why they call it an upset. It's not really, it's not upsetting. I actually find that to be pretty cool. He's done good at the 1.5 this year. I think he has a really good shot. Eric Jones, he won his first Xfinity race here. He's done good at 1.5, so I think he has a good shot at getting a top 5. And Jamie McMurray, I think he has a really good shot as an underdog position. He finished 3rd in the spring race. Jamie McMurray, I think he has a really good shot. He's done good at 1.5s like this. Texas, Charlotte, Atlanta. He's won so many races at Charlotte, including the All-Star race. I think he has a really good shot. My oopsies, the guys who I don't think will do too good this weekend. Brad Keselowski finished 36th in the spring race. Denny Hamlin finished 37th in the spring race. They got into some big crashes along with Kyle Larson, who crashed in the spring race. I think that they probably won't do anything. I think Kyle Larson has wrecked out of the last 2 Texas races here, so I don't think that he has a really good shot. It's unfortunate, but he's not good at he's better at the other 1.5s, like the more rounder 1.5s. Even Homestead he's really good at. So hey guys, my prediction for this weekend. What do you guys think will happen? Leave that down in the comment section below. If you like this video, please like on it. If you dislike the video, please leave a dislike. And hey, comment, tell me exactly what I did wrong. Be sure to subscribe to notifications. And as always, goodbye, buddy rap.